What's up, y'all? I'm clapping my hands today because we are doing the time skip challenge for one of my characters from a story that I made. Yep, I made this shit back like a year ago, named Ithia from True Dynasty. Now, wait, if you don't know what this is, if you don't know anything about this story, I am about to spoil it. Alright? So, True Dynasty is about a girl named Ithia, and Ithia is a girl who lives outside of Greece, around the early 1300 era, and so she's left on her own, and she gets taken in by a man that saves her basically, and her job is to go to the Argead dynasty, which is a military in Greece that houses powerful like sword fighters and stuff like that, and that's where she suspects her mother will be. Her mother left her at a very young age, and so that's basically the story. She's trying to find her mother. Just to give you a nice little cliff notes, the only reason I kept it so short is because this story is something that I made a year ago, but I'm not gonna finish just because I've started something else, and I just don't think this story really had a good foundation. But she is one of my favorite character designs that I've ever made, so that's why I'm doing the time skip challenge on her. And I already knew how I was gonna make her look when I drew her, like from kid to adult basically. I already drew her as a kid in the story, and I drawn her as a teen, but of course, since I didn't finish the story, you don't know what she looks like as an adult yet, so that's what basically this is going to show. If you want to read it, it's on Webtoons. You can download the app. There's only 6 chapters, but it's just gonna leave you with limp dick because I didn't finish it at all. So there you go. So just to talk about her character design just for a little bit. So she is she's black. She's African American in Greece. Yes, I know, very very weird, but it's my story, so I can do whatever I want to. I'm not gonna curse. She has very messy dreadlocks. This is because since her parents were just not there when she was younger, she didn't have anyone who could take care of her hair like that. So her hair looks very messy and stuff like that, which is something I decided to do. Is a choice I decided to make. That scar on the top right of her forehead, or you guys' left side of her forehead, comes from the abuse of her father. She got abused by her dad in the story after her mother left her. And so that's where that comes from. Her left eye, the eye without like any shading or coloring, is blind. She's blind in that eye. And so one of the things about the story that's really interesting is that so she closes that eye by the time she reaches her teens so that she can focus and pay attention better, because with that eye open, it's blurry. It's not completely blind, it's just really blurry. When she reaches her adult age, it actually does become blind, which is why she opens it back up. But there's an ideal there's an ideal. What does that even mean? There's a power system in True Dynasty called Perfect Stance. And Perfect Stance is basically honing into all of your senses to be able to perform at like a peak level. So if you have control of your breathing, your taste, your hearing, your sight, your touch, and am I missing one? Sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Then you can perform at peak levels. This also meant that if you were, let's say, missing one of your senses, like Ithia does, she's missing sight in one of her eyes. So that means that hinders her sense of sight, and so she can't perform as well as somebody who can see or has all 5 senses. She's also missing her left arm, which happened while she was just staying at the home that she was abandoned at. Some random person from a military came and tried to kill her, reasons unknown, but he ended up cutting off her left arm, and so she lost a sense of touch, like a sense of touch, so she can't feel anything. But when Yanni, the man who comes and rescues her and acts as her uncle, basically finds her, he gives her a metal prosthetic arm that she can use to fight. So my plan was for her to start off very nerfed, right? Because if she's missing her sense of touch and her sense of sight, she's gonna be at a disadvantage to anybody else who is perfectly healthy. Also to note that perfect stance is a technique that can work also on your physical, meaning like you can learn fighting styles like hand-to-hand combat with it, but you risk breaking your body as a result, which is why anybody who may use fists and stuff might not be able to be a soldier or fight in any armies like that, which I had a character planned for that would play that role, but he would, he kind of be the underdog where like he doesn't know how to use a sword, so he's forced to use hand-to-hand combat. But that's just to give you a glimpse of why I made these like character design choices for her. So yeah.
And with that, we're at the end of the YouTube video. I got some little slideshows showing what the end result looked like. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story I gave y'all about her, this little backstory or whatever about the comic that I made. It is on Webtoon still if you want to give it a glance, but I'm working on something new, so be on the lookout for that. Y'all showed this post a lot of love on Instagram. I got over 200 likes on it, so I appreciate that. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and like and share this video too. And I'll be back.
Yeah.